Welcome to Talk 1260 KTRC. You're listening to the Humanity Behind the Vanity. This is Dr. Daniel Ronel. I'm here with my wife, Betsy Ronel.
Yes, you are.
And this is a show about plastic surgery and lots of other topics. Today we're actually going to talk about plastic surgery because we haven't in several weeks.
Right. So,
all right, what's up?
Okay, well, the big news this week in the celebrity front is that Kate Hudson supposedly, allegedly, it's snowing, whatever they said, got breast implants. Now, I saw some pictures of her on one of those entertainment shows that I think are so silly, but I watch religiously. And yes, she looks slightly larger. She was known in the fashion and beauty worlds as always, you know, being very proud of her very small bosom that she had. She, you know, I guess had an A cup or whatever is what people are saying. And she always was small-breasted, so was her mother.
What does she look like now? She
looks still, relative to what women look like after they've had breast implants, she still looks small-breasted. So what if she got breast implants? My layperson's opinion, my general public opinion, thinks she looks very good. I think she has a, you know, a round, ample bottom that's very toned and in shape, and I think perhaps she was thinking, I'd like my top to balance out my bottom just a little more, yet still be in keeping with what God gave me, which is a small bosom, and she got small implants.
That brings up a couple points. Is, you know, when people get breast implants, should they go way big? Should they go natural? And in my office, they try on a lot of different sizes, and
you have like an 800cc implant.
Right,
that's
the biggest one that's made in the U.S. They make bigger ones in Europe.
Ooh.
But my point is, a lot of people come into my office and ask for the quote natural look. It's people who are athletic or who are yoga instructors, or I love it when people say that because it's safer. Right. It looks more natural and it's safer, and the surgery is easier, and it's easier from which to recover. Right. When people really are pushing the limit of the envelope that their body can hold, then the complication rate goes up a little bit. When I take measurements and I advise people, this is the biggest implant you can have to still be in the minimal complication category. But I'm always happy when people choose
conservatively, perhaps.
Yeah, and there are different types of implants. There's a high-profile implant, which really gives you a big vavoom.
That's like the more Playboy Bunny style,
right?
Pam Anderson, perky.
It's funny. I had a receptionist. The way we talk about breast augmentations is we call them BAMs. It's a BAM. That's what it stands for, breast augmentation mammoplasty. And my receptionist thought we called them BAMs because
BAM!
When you come out, BAM!
That's very cute.
So anyway, the high-profile implant does that. The moderate-profile implant is the more natural one, and for the same volume, say 300 cc's, it doesn't project as much. It fills out the breast nicer. And I saw a lady today who really just wants a breast lift, but when you lift her breast, the upper half, the upper pole, is still kind of flat.
Right.
And she's a great candidate for a moderate profile implant, which really won't increase the size, but just gives a nice round shape. And so, you know, the measurements are one thing, and then looking at their shoulders and their pelvis, you know, their bottom,
and
like you
hips,
said. Yeah, you want to see, you want to choose something that's going to balance that. And also looking forward in the future, if they have a bit of a tummy and they're going to lose weight, or if they're going to have a tummy tuck at the same time, that is going to make the breasts look larger. So you have to take that into consideration too.
Yeah, you know, it's interesting. What I was born with was, you know, a size B cup, nice handful. And I always liked them, never had an issue, always thought I had great boobs. And then I had children, and I breastfed. And I was like, wow, these are huge. And I really actually liked the way they balanced out my butt because I have an ample behind. And, you know, I always liked my body. I always thought I had a nice little sporty body. But it was, and I never thought about getting breast implants. But when I saw the way my body looked, and I felt it looked really proportioned, or whatever the word, proportioned, with the larger breasts when I was breastfeeding, I thought, wow, I might actually consider getting breast implants. And then when I was all done, I looked at what I had left, and there really was that rock in the sock look, which I was very unhappy with. And so my husband kindly gave me small implants to repeat what I had when he first met me, when I was originally born with. And I was not happy. I thought, I want to be more, what appeals to me and what appears to me is being more balanced. So I want larger ones. So we want larger. I like that. Yeah. But I love the fact, because it's so rarely done, that Kate Hudson stuck with her natural body.
Right, if you think of celebrities who have breast implants.
They all get massive boobs.
Right, they're so large. And what people don't know is when you go so big, you have an average of 8 surgeries in your lifetime.
Well, that's Heidi Montag big. That's Heidi Montag big.
Pamela Anderson, or the one who died, who's married.
Anna Nicole Smith.
Yeah, right.
Or Dolly Parton even.
Right. They have an average, like I said, of 8 surgeries, and those aren't fun.
But they know that, and they know that going in, and they don't care, because they figure they'll get something else done while they're at it. I mean, those are women, you know, I'm constantly getting needles poked in my face to make my face what I think is prettier. Right. I don't care. I know what I'm doing, and it's fine. These women are like, okay, I don't care. I want to look a certain way, and I'll deal with what I have to deal with.
To a point, that's okay, as long as you know, if you're informed, you can take control.
Right.
But
so most people don't. Those gigantic breasts.
Right. It's a problem for those people who really think, I'm going to be enormous and that's it, that's going to be my only operation. Or they don't even think ahead of how are they going to deal with a complication if it happens a month later or 3 years later or whatever.
Hopefully the surgeons they go to are good and prepare them for this.
Yeah, it's important to tell them.
Yeah, but I love the fact that Kate Hudson stayed, quote unquote, natural in her size choice, and I think people in the fashion industry thought that was really respectable. And I think as she was setting a strong example with keeping her small breast size in Hollywood, which is just next to unheard of these days, she's still keeping it relatively small. She just went a little fuller. And I bet you anything it's because even though she had small breasts to begin with, when she finally was done losing all her baby weight and done breastfeeding, but wait, when she was probably, you know, her kid is a few years old now, but probably she was like, gosh, maybe her little breasts deflated even too much for her, so that's why she filled them up again. But the pictures that I saw, whatever is in there, whether her breasts are pushed up or whether she got small implants, she looks very natural and very, very nice.
The other part of the body that people like to augment, and when you think of celebrities, is their lips.
Oh yeah.
And oh my God, they just overdo it so many times.
And shelf look, it's so ugly.
It's so much better, I think, to have lip augmentation either with an implant or with, you know, fillers like we do, to make it look natural. Everybody in my office basically has lip augmentation, and they all look natural.
When I tell people that I've had, they're like, where do you have Artifil, or where do you have whatever filler, Juvederm or Radius? I'm always like, here, here, and here. And they're like, really? And the lips is the most shocking part to them, because they just look really natural. They look natural with Radius or Juvederm, whatever I had now, they look natural with Artifil.
All right, we got to wrap up the segment. Here's to looking natural.
There you go.
Plastic surgery.
Quote unquote natural.
I wanted to thank our sponsors, Suniva Medical, the makers of Artifil, iFlow, the makers of the pain pump.
People ask for that pain pump. I'm not kidding.
General surgeons use it all the time.
And they love doing it because it helps you with healing.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and your insurance company may even pay for it, you know, for shoulders, for hernias, whatever.
Right.
C-sections, you know, gynecological surgery.
Go get that sucker.
I wanted to talk about a couple events coming up.
But I want to mention one thing. Okay. Today and tomorrow, this weekend, Fetchapalooza down in Albuquerque. Mm-hmm. You can look it up on the Espanola Valley Humane Society website and probably the Santa Fe website, Santa Fe Humane Society also website. It's a bunch of different shelters and rescues from, I think, all over the country. This is the biggest. Dogs. Yeah, hundreds and hundreds of dogs. Purebreds, beautiful mixes, and these are the very best ones, the most adoptable ones of all, which is tons. So go down to Albuquerque, look it up on the internet, Fetchapalooza. Go get yourself a dog. All right, what are your events? Quick.
We have Vanity for Vision coming up, 25% off Botox.
What
Profits go to ending blindness.
In Africa, they go directly to it, yes.
In Albuquerque, it's on May 7th. In Santa Fe, it's on May 19th. All right, look at the website. We'll be back. We'll talk about it again some more. We'll be right back.